What's going on, guys? It's Adonis. This is HKSmash, and we're going to be talking about some E3 coverage that we did for today.
Damn right.
Yes. So, Nikki, aka HKSmash, just came down from the Bay for E3. Who brought you down? What are you here for?
Astro Gaming brought me here, man. Gotta represent the community, man.
What's up?
Yeah, it's sick. We drove all the way down from the Bay. That was a fun road trip, man. I haven't done that trip like ever. That was really
And
fun.
he vlogged the entire thing,
Yeah,
so it's
filmed it.
pretty dope. Go check it out
Yeah.
on his channel.
Yeah.
So this morning you went to the Microsoft event.
Microsoft was ridiculous, man. The Xbox press conference was amazing. That was the first time I actually went to a press briefing. Never actually went to a press briefing before like that. I've always watched it like on the Twitch streams, watched it on YouTube, like all the live streams, and like
Right.
watched it, and always been like a part of the audience, right? Like just watching it at home and being
Right.
like, man, I wish I could be there. And then I was actually invited from all the work that I've done with Microsoft and promoting Killer Instinct, and they were like, you know what, come on down and we'll get you in. You can check out the venue and film,
Right.
do whatever you want to do, right? So that was really cool to kind of be like in the mix with all the other media and press people, and you know they're all filming. I had my camera on the tripod, just like, hey guys, like, you know, it's just kind of doing my thing. But that was really cool to like be in that atmosphere and see everything happening live,
Right.
with a live audience. It was super cool. Definitely a bucket list item that I could check off.
Man, I'm so jealous.
pretty awesome.
So jealous. My first event convention will be VidCon next week.
See, I'm jealous of
So-
that because I want to go. I know, like, I mainly do gaming and vlogging and stuff like that, and mainly gaming. But it just the idea of what VidCon is.
Right.
I've wanted to go to that for some time now. So I'm jealous of you, man.
Man, whatever, dude. After I saw some of the stuff that if you need to check this dude's blog out, the vlog is awesome. But some of the stuff I saw, like, so the energy seemed like super high in
Oh yeah,
in the room.
It was nuts, man. It was really cool. You know, everyone's just like, you know, they're just a bunch of gamers, a bunch of nerds in one place, and seeing all the things that were talked about the year prior, and then what's coming up the remainder of this year going into the holiday. I mean, the holiday is like the holy grail for all video games,
Right.
and that's gonna just be a crazy time to be a gamer. And even now, it's just an amazing time to be a gamer. And
Right. So, like, let's talk about some of the games, because I know Microsoft, they actually launched something at the event, and then they launched some games. So, like,
yeah, they talked about a lot of stuff actually.
So in your perspective, as a gamer, as a streamer, what were some things that you took away that were like, these are milestone things for?
You know,
for the
listening to, I mean, Microsoft's come a long way. I know, like, from the first, what was it, 2 E3s ago? So, like, about 2 years ago, when the next generation consoles were, like, they were coming out to market, and they were
Right.
talking about them. You know, Microsoft has had this flack of being a little underwhelming. Every single event, it's been getting better and better, but it's been kind of a slow start for them. And you know, I'm just a gamer in general, so I'm not really biased. You know, I like to see both of these companies do really well because the competition is great for the market.
Right.
So seeing what I saw today was definitely a step forward. Seeing the direction the company is going in with the consoles in general, I think is really exciting for, you know, because not everyone can afford a PC.
Right.
Hearing a lot about the games that are coming out, you know, the console exclusives that I used to play on the Xbox and Xbox 360 that are coming to Xbox One and Windows 10,
Right.
that is amazing. To me, that I'm more of a PC guy now more than anything. And hearing a lot of my favorite games that are not only made for the console, they're coming over to the PC, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then they announced the Xbox One S, which is their slim. Their
Right.
slim version. This thing is tiny because their Xbox One looks like a big VCR.
It's a VCR. That's
You know?
exactly what I saw when I saw it. I was like, that's a VCR.
It's a VCR.
Sweet.
You know, it's a big box. You know, but and then again, you know, for me, it's like it kind of brings me back to my childhood when I had a
Right.
VCR on my television set. That was cool. So I could deal with that. You know, at least for the the newer generation of gamers, they look at it like, what is this thing? So seeing the S and the hardware that's going to be in it, you know, the 4K gaming, the Bluetooth connectivity for the controllers, you know, the slim factor. It's white, has internal power storage, which is really cool.
Yes.
So you get rid of that big block, you know. And everyone, a lot of people were talking about how they're like, oh, I love that Snow White color and it matches my PlayStation, you know. So it's like everyone's looking for that aesthetic look, which is, I guess, super important to a lot of people. I really could care less.
True.
But the white look is super clean. Like I remember
It is really clean,
when
though.
like the iPhone came out, when that one came out with white.
before
Everyone's
that
like,
came
yup,
out, everyone's like,
we're going with white. So
Oh, yeah.
you know, so I understand that concept, but seeing that they're really trying to put a lot of hardware, really good quality hardware, into their consoles. And then they also announced Project Scorpio, which is their like
Yeah.
ultra ridiculously awesome, amazing console that's going to be compatible with Xbox One games and whatever else they're going to make, and they're going to like integrate all their hardware and software together, which Apple does very well.
Right.
So seeing that is very promising. So I took a lot of that to heart for sure, knowing that if I'm going to be buying a game on my Xbox, I can play it on my PC for free.
And just for your techies out there, because I know you said Apple, this man has a Galaxy S6 and an iPhone 6S Plus. So no biases. We are techies here.
Oh, yeah. No.
Just keeping it 100.
Uh-huh.
Now, real quick, 100 emoji.
100 emoji.
If you guys haven't seen the Spider-Man reaction we did, go watch that because it's hilarious. Yeah. With that, was there any games that stood out in Microsoft's event to you?
To me, Gears of War has always had a special place in my heart.
Mm.
That was like one of the first games that I ever got super competitive with, and seeing that game was exclusive to the Xbox 360, and seeing it come as far as it has, and then being able to play it on PC again, that was huge for me. Mm-hmm. And that was also the first game that, according to Microsoft, they're supporting the Xbox Live Anywhere, so you can cross-play with PC and console.
Dope.
Killer Instinct has done that since it launched. Season 3 launched. That was actually the first game that you can cross-play and cross-buy. So you buy it on Xbox, you get it for free on Windows 10.
And this man goes in on KI. If you guys don't know, he goes in on KI.
Yep, that's the main game to play. Gears of War is not only going to have the cross-buy, the cross-play, and it's just like a hint at what's to come in the future. Thinking about like, I want to play with my friends.
Right.
Some of my friends are very Sony based. Some of them are very Microsoft based. Some of them are on PC.
Right.
And there are some games that you can buy them on the console, you can buy it on PC, but they don't play together. There's a lot of different reasons why, which we can have a whole nother conversation about that.
Oh yeah.
But if I want to play games with somebody, I should be able to play them regardless. If I bought the game, if it's made on every platform, we should be able to play together. And that's the whole purpose of what gaming is all about.
I agree.
So, and I think that Microsoft is stepping in the right direction with the whole cross-buy and cross-play.
Dope. Now, we just got done watching the PlayStation.
Yes.
And so I didn't get to watch the Microsoft one because WWDC was today, so I was covering that. Mm-hmm. So my man had to fill me in, but we both watched the PlayStation event.
That was amazing.
That was sick.
Yeah, that was amazing.
It was super sick.
I thought it was a little over the top at first, seeing the orchestra and everything. I was like, okay, why are we doing this? Right. So definitely different from last year's presentation. And last year's presentation was phenomenal, don't get me wrong. This year was just like, they came out swinging. I mean, Microsoft, they started off talking about their new console, went right into their marquee games, and then ended the conference with the Scorpio project. Then Sony comes in, and they're just like, here's God of War. Like, they kept that under wraps.
Yo.
That had me, I was blown away by that. Like, we started up the stream, and they're showing like a montage, doing the whole thing, like Sony, E3, 2016, let's go. Like, all right, the hype is real. And then all of a sudden, you got Gears of War on the screen. Like, I had no idea that was going to happen. And that was like, yes, that's all I needed to see.
It's so funny because I remember when the character came up, guys, I'm not a gamer, so keep that in mind. But when it came up, all the thing I saw was how it looked. And I thought it looked incredible.
Oh, it was insane.
And then when the guy showed up and the whole crowd went crazy.
Kratos, yeah.
Everybody was like, yo.
He's got a beard like me, so I was like, we were relatable. We're both making gains. He's got a beard. Yeah, like, I was like, yes, dude.
Because I looked at you and I was like, what's going on right now? Everybody's hyped. Like, what's going on? So, but yeah, the Gods of War trailer was nuts. That was just beast-like.
Totally different game. I mean, that game was out on PlayStation 2, and it was a PlayStation exclusive. And seeing how far that game has come,
right,
from the camera angle and how the game is played, it was like a hack and slash game. It's like you pick up the controller and start pushing buttons, and you do all these crazy combos, and it was fun. And then the way they were portraying the character and just the visual fidelity of the game and the story that they were telling, I was like, this is totally different. This isn't the same God of War that we've seen 10 plus years. Like, this is something totally different. And Sony is still able to show that even though they didn't talk about a new console, like a slim version or a beefier version, one with a bigger hard drive, whatever, they can still push the limits of that hardware without making any changes. And that, to me, is like, that's game changing in itself.
Straight up, especially when the other company's trying to create new hardware. They're like, hey, like we actually don't need to do that yet. I agree with you 100%.
Standing their ground.
Straight up.
They don't have to
they're
do
holding
anything.
They're holding their nuts, looking at you like, we got it.
Yeah, this is there. We got this. Like they're like in the bag already. So like seeing that, I was you kind of like they set the tone like they already knew what they wanted to do because you can't put a presentation like that together in 20 minutes or in a couple of hours because the Microsoft event was at 9:30 in the morning. This was at 6 o'clock at night. So there was a big gap. I mean, for them to put a presentation like that, they knew what they were doing.
Right.
They knew exactly what they were doing, and nail on the head.
For sure.
Nail on the head.
I know the game that we both freaked out the same on was the Spider-Man game.
Yes.
Now, you guys know I'm a big comic nerd, and you've seen the reactions and stuff.
Definitely more than I am.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you have much more knowledge about that than I do.
But I don't think either of us were expecting.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that at all.
Spider-Man
game.
No,
like it just again, like they just came out of nowhere with this whole like surprise. Here's a game that you might want to play. Like, yes, I want to play that.
And it looks so good.
Yeah.
And like it's funny because the stream that we have isn't like super high fidelity. We're using an iPad Air playing it to an Apple TV, and the TV is like 1080. It's not even that baller of a TV. But afterwards, we saw screen grabs and actually streamed it directly from the internet on a computer, and it looks incredible.
Stunning. Oh, dude, I can't wait to play that. And you know, like games like not like I want to say Marvel games, but superhero games they're hit or miss.
Yeah.
You know, like the one superhero game that stands out at least in this current generation is the Batman series.
Oh my god.
Like visual, you know, the graphics, the gameplay, the story, awesome.
Yeah.
It's nice to see a Marvel character such as Spider-Man. I think he's like the perfect character.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to have those powers. Everyone wants to climb walls and swing and have superhuman strength and senses and whatnot. I think like he's like the perfect character to put into a video game.
I agree.
And if you do them right, because there are some really awesome Spider-Man games from way back in the
day.
day.
90s? Oh my god.
On PlayStation?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Super dope.
You know, and then like the movie versions of the game were like, they weren't that great.
They weren't.
They were just not good.
Even the iOS versions of those.
They
terrible.
were, and even the last one, the last Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, I know it was based off the movie. It wasn't terrible, but it was definitely something you could kind of like, you could push off. You could play it once, push it off to the side, and that's it. You'll never play it again.
Right.
This one, on the other hand, they were just showing all the things that you were capable of. Like, I want to know more. Like, I'm definitely interested in that, and I think Insomniac, they know what they're doing, and taking that version of Spider-Man, I think is going to be sick.
Other game that I thought, I've played the Lego games before, and I always think they're like super fun games.
They are,
like,
man.
They're just like cool waste of time fun games.
So good.
And the parody of the Star Wars movies was, I was like, this is hilarious. Like,
I've always enjoyed the Lego games. They're super easy to pick up, and what I love about them is that you can. It doesn't matter how old you are.
Yeah.
Like my son loves the Lego games.
Right.
And he plays them, and they're easy to play, and they're puzzles. So like,
right.
Even though like some people are like, oh, kids shouldn't be playing video games. Like a game like that, he can play all the time.
Yeah.
Because he has to solve puzzles. So he's got to use his brain. He's got to think. Even me, like when I streamed Lego Marvel Superheroes, I streamed that game for months. Just because of the replay value, I even had a hard time with some of the puzzles.
Right.
So, and the humor in it is really good. So,
right.
like, they know how to keep the kids excited for that.
Right.
And also make it humorous for the adults to understand and kind of slide some, like, slightly inappropriate stuff in there. Because the adults will pick that stuff up real quick and the kids might not. But it's still appropriate. I mean, like, they got the Stormtroopers playing golf.
Right.
And then the Millennium Falcon comes sliding in and just takes him out. Like, that was like,
perfect.
Like, that's hilarious, So,
that was so good.
It's like a cute, and it's just super fun to play. So, like, games like that, I'm totally picking that up. And I'm going to just sit back and play.
I feel like those two games and the Arkham Knight VR game. So
I wonder what Ismahawk is thinking about that one.
Danny was like, I wasn't thinking about buying a VR. I guess I am now.
You gotta now.
It was so weird because, like, I think VR will take off first in gaming.
Oh, for sure.
And the porn industry. Those would be like the two first areas
the
where
porn
VR will
industry
take off.
is already starting.
Yeah, I think those two areas will take off.
Bodysuits.
Oh, I know. I saw that.
Like, come
terrible.
on, man.
Now, one thing that they did show, and I guess you actually literally just showed me it.
We Happy Few?
We Happy Few.
Yeah, We Happy Few. The indie game.
It's unreal. It looks so good.
That game has been in development for a while, I believe, and I think it was also a Steam game. I heard about it briefly a while ago, and like I just saw the art of the game, and I was just like, I don't know if it really catches my eye. I'm not sure
Right.
how I feel about the art of the game, the style of it. I didn't see much gameplay. I saw like a trailer, like just like a preview trailer, not really
Right.
gameplay or anything like that. So today was the first time I actually saw some gameplay on Xbox, and it looked incredible.
Yeah, it
and
looks
and the premise behind the game looked awesome too. That was definitely one of my favorite games shown for Microsoft. Like
Yeah.
I was just so like, I want to play that game because it looks like an interesting story. It's messed up. It's creepy.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like jump scare creepy like when we played PT.
Right.
You know, like that. I want to play. Like I'm definitely gonna play that game. I think that looks like a really fun story. Interesting, like alternate 1960s
Right.
universe, kind of like BioShock.
Yes.
You know, something
Yep.
like that. You know, I think, and that game is incredible.
Yeah.
So seeing a game like that, I had definitely piqued my interest.
Yeah, dude. When you showed me it, because you're like, dude, you need to come check this out.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It was one of those things where it has the aesthetic of like a fun game.
Yeah,
But
look
then
at it at first.
It's like, okay, so this is like a fun game, and then you see like
All the
these
trippy stuff come out, yeah.
It's like, oh,
Yeah, like what?
And the switch up with that is where, to me, it like pulled me in. I was like, okay,
yeah.
it's not what it looks like.
That's kind of what I thought when I first saw it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if this is something I'd be into. And then when they started playing the game, I was like, all right, okay.
Yes.
All right, you got my interest. You know that
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
looks
and
super
then
dope.
at the end of it, I was like, yeah, take my money, like let's go. So I'm invested in that. So I'm definitely excited to do some playthroughs on that. for
Yeah,
sure.
that looks so tight. So, I know a lot of you are probably thinking to yourselves, you probably have already made your decisions and all that stuff. If you were to choose, because you were at the Microsoft event, you
Yeah.
saw the PlayStation event, in your perspective as a gamer, as you know what you do on Twitch, what event made you the most excited?
You know what, man? I gotta give it to Sony. It's about the games. It's not just about the hardware. Hardware is great, don't get me wrong. But everyone has the hardware to play the games.
Right.
And Sony does not disappoint when it comes to talking to people about all of the games. Like I'm talking like, I mean, they made so many video game history announcements, like just everything they talked about at this event.
Crash
just-
Bandicoot?
Crash and
Bro.
and the Last Guardian getting a release date.
Finally.
Like, I mean, I was like, what, 12 years old when that game got announced? You know, I'm 28 now, so it's like
Bro.
seeing that game actually coming out is like, it's about time.
Right.
You know, and I'm not even that excited about the game, but just the fact that they talked about it for the longest time. They showed that this game was going to be incredible. It's actually coming out.
Right.
You know, that made a lot of people happy. God of War, and just all of the nostalgia. They know how to grasp people like our age. You know,
Right.
that whole generation. Like we're diehard. You know, so seeing how they can capture all that and be like, we're making remasters of Crash Bandicoot, and
Right.
then he's also a guest character in this game.
Right.
And look at all these other games that we have coming out,
Yeah.
not just exclusives, and this is not just crossplay. And
Right.
they killed it. They just killed it. They brought the hype, and they kept the momentum the entire time. You know, I got to give it to Microsoft as well. They did what they had to do. They made
Right.
the announcements they wanted to make. They showed that they're going in one direction. Sony's going in another.
Right.
And I like the direction that Sony's going a little bit more.
Got it.
Yeah. What
Now-
about you? What'd you think?
So, I can't really speak fully on Microsoft because I haven't seen their entire event. I've only seen pieces of things that they announced. But for whatever reason, the past year, since the last E3, what caught me was the Final Fantasy VII
Yeah.
remake. So I was like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
I'm going to have to get a PS4 eventually.
You
I
gotta
knew
do it.
And then
Oh yeah, you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
after this one, seeing all these new things that are coming out, I was just like, oh my God, like it's like I was saying, it's so hard for me not to want to
My
buy
wallet
something
hurts
now.
already, man. I've
So-
only been here for a day, and I'm already thinking like, man, it's $50 here,
And that-
$50
that's
here.
the thing, so
Who
I'm
do
like-
I gotta call to get hooked up, man?
I'm
that's-
saying.
Yeah, right? It's gonna be bad, but you
So-
know, it's worth it, man. It's totally worth it.
I agree, and I think that's the thing. Like, I think for me, just emotion-wise, Sony has me right now. Like, they're pulling out all the strings that you're saying, the nostalgia factor. But it's not just rehashes of the old game, or like, hey, we're just gonna remaster it. Like, they're taking more. They're taking more care of the properties.
Yeah.
So I like that a lot. And as a non-gamer, for me to get excited about games that I've never even, heard of or seen before, like Gods of War, I've heard of the game, but I've never seen the game. But I'm watching like, yo, this is incredible.
Yeah.
And then there was another game that they showed. It was that zombie game.
Oh my god.
I keep forgetting what it's called. Oh my God. I'll put it here. It'll be here. I promise.
Is it day something? Day 0?
It's something days or son of day or day or I forgot what it was. But when we saw the trailer was okay.
Yeah.
But when we saw the gameplay,
oh, that blew me away.
I was like, what?
The trailer didn't do it any justice.
Zero.
Like I was like, I'm seeing it like a guy on a motorcycle.
Yep.
Motorcycle gang talking about something. And we really didn't get an idea of what the game was about.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they start playing the game, and then it's World War Z.
Straight up
World War Z.
I was like,
zombies
what is
pouring
going on?
out everywhere, and like it just had me. I was like, what? Like there will be a reaction video to that.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys check that out as well.
That thing was nuts, and I feel like for those reasons, to me, I think Sony took it, at least because I haven't seen the whole Microsoft, so don't get on me. Because I haven't seen the whole Microsoft thing yet. I'm so excited that you came down. It's been a minute since we've been on camera or even seen each other. So
this is like, it feels good. It's natural.
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
But if you guys want to see Nikki, HKSmash, get down, where can they find you on Twitch?
You guys can find me at twitch.tv/HKSmash. There'll be a link down in the description below. You can also check me out on YouTube. That is also youtube.com/realHKSmash. Guys, let us know what you think about the E3 press conferences that went down today. What did you like most? Xbox or PlayStation? Let us know in the comments below.
I appreciate it. And if you guys like this video and you want to see more content like this on this channel, hit that thumbs up button. Show your boys some love. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, you're going to want to do that. Hit that APP logo in the corner to subscribe to the channel. Go to his channel, subscribe, see this dude's gaming is on point and his vlogs are hilarious. And if you're on Snapchat, follow your boy at Adonis Xavier. Are you on Snapchat?
I am on Snapchat.
What's your
HKSmash. Come follow your boy.
HKSmash. All right, guys. Till next time. See you later.